It's your boy, Block Boy, bringing you that real deal Holyfield on that field. So I'm here to talk about franchise mode today. The mode is the reason why I play Madden, specifically online franchise. I'm in plenty of leagues throughout the year. When I first started playing it back in 2012, I haven't stopped since, and it's the main reason. It's really the only reason why I keep playing Madden. Me and all my friends are always in the same leagues, and we get to compete together and win Super Bowls, and that's the funnest part of Madden for me. Obviously, it should be the biggest game mode because you get to build a franchise from ground up or continue a dynasty. Obviously, the pay to win model in Ultimate Team is ultimately going to, trump everything just because money talks. And I get that, but I'm an old school gamer. I'm about progression. I'm about really playing the game, getting good at it. Franchise is a good indicator of that because I done seen multiple times people win Super Bowls with Panthers and Falcons, Commanders before Jaden Daniels. So that's why franchise mode is so fun. And apparently this has been the biggest overhaul in 10 years. And all the franchise players know that we've needed this for a long time. So I'm excited to see if all these new, gadgets and bells and whistles actually changes how it feels. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it, man. More specifically, these coach abilities. Now, at first glance, especially in the trailer, I'm thinking like, all right, these are cool, but it's not really gonna do nothing. Then, after watching the trailer a couple more times and then reading the notes, I kind of put two and two together and saw the fine print and the details. Because if you watch the trailer, they kind of skim through it and it's that trailer like 4 or 5 minutes or whatever. But I paused it, start reading. I said, "Oh, this about to take it over the top." So let me read the passage that I read to y'all. So it says, we're also introducing a new metagame with coach abilities in Madden 26. You can now check out the scout report and customize your game plan against your opponent each week. Coach abilities are also more than just a menu item. They can trigger via in-game scenarios. When it says they can trigger via in-game scenarios, that's when my antennas went up. Now it's like, okay, you're kind of, one, playing for something, but two, now it can, change the dynamic and the outcome of the game. Because if you hit one of those goals and something triggers, now your players are on a beam. They're playing like out of their mind now. Or I saw the downfall of them. Some of them you lose abilities or, get worse over time. So the first one I want to get to is Hitimus Stickimus. That bitch sound like Harry Potter cast a spell on your ass. Okay, first one says increase fatigue hit on offensive players from hit sticks. That's cool. That makes sense. Second one, slightly larger hit stick timing window. That's more on the user, but gives you a better chance. I'm cool. Third one, significantly larger hit stick timing window. So if you're a user and you flick that hit sticks, the chances are extremely in your favor. If you look at the last one. And this is why EA is funny, because this is like a little quick window. They're flicking through them, and it's on a lock tier, so it's not, bright like the rest of the words. But this is when I pause the video. The lock tier says significantly increased fumble odds for successful hit sticks. Now, we just went over the first three. If you unlock this last one, you understand what the game is going to look like.
From the Bengals, Roethlisberger, Juju Smith-Schuster with the line on 2nd and 15, and complete to Tremble. Fumble, lost it.
It's going to look like football back in the 80s, 90s, when we was wearing foam helmets and people was going to sleep daily. Sleep. Mollywops, come across the middle of sleep. Ain't no ambulan, no nothing. This is all you got to do. Force 3 turnovers in a game. I done played against people throw 3 picks in the first quarter. So you telling me for the rest of the game, everybody, Ray Lewis, LaRon Loundry, Bob Sanders, Ed Reed, Sean Taylor. Like, what? Do you understand? Like, and they're talking about, you'll see later on in the video, they're talking about loadouts. Like, you're stacking these with other things. Oh my goodness. And that's, I think, where a lot of fun is going to happen, because you're building your own little coach loadout. And, if you're able to stack these abilities either on one side of the ball or the other, now it's, solely on the user as far as these coach abilities. As we're talking about it, I think this is a pretty good addition to our franchise mode. That's been kind of bland the last few years, obviously. My biggest gripe is, formation subs hasn't worked in I don't even know how long. And then when you go to pick your playbook, it's all not in alphabetical order. So it's been like that for years. So that's the first thing I check. That's the first thing I'll check this year. If they, fix that little detail, then I know, okay, they're kind of serious about it. But, you can't put makeup on a pig and make it pretty. So, but I think these abilities, these coaching abilities, will make the game a little bit funner, because now you're playing to try and get these things during the game. All right, the next one I want to check out is this no-fly zone. Now you see it says increased zone coverage for cornerbacks when running cover 3. Then the next one says increased zone coverage for safeties when running cover 3. Now, those two alone could be OP or it could mean nothing. Time will tell. That goes back to what I said in my first video about the game logic. It doesn't matter about all these abilities if the game logic is still the same. You can increase it as much as you want. You can have 99 zone coverage, 99 speed, but for some reason, crossing routes and deep posts just breaks the game. A streak with a corner can win you a Super Bowl. So, but yeah, back to this no-fly zone coaching ability. The active tier is cool. Now on to the lock tier, says increase break on ball for corners when running cover 3. Then says the same thing for safeties. So imagine you're able to stack this one with the last one we just talked about with the hit sticks, right? Now you kind of start seeing the chess match and what you're capable of. This guy runs a lot of empty and, throwing the ball all over the park. Now you're going to strategize different. Now it puts the user and a little bit more control as far as what we want to do week to week. And that's really how it is in the NFL. You come with a brand new, fresh game plan every single week. So being able to switch that up and, make a new loadout, I think that's pretty dope. And I feel like them putting an emphasis on cover 3 kind of lets us know, if you understand how EA talks, that cover 3 will be a little bit better this year in some form or fashion. We will see. If you can run a post right across the safety face and he just keeps backpedaling, I'll know that within, the first or second quarter of the first game I play. Because that's what I'm testing. I want to see, did they really improve the game, or is it just, slight makeup here, slight little shoe shine over here? You'll be able to see right through that if you play the game for real. But yeah, being able to stack this no-fly zone with that hick-stickamus, or whatever you call it, we just gonna call that the Sean Taylor ability, the Ray Lewis ability. Now, just going off that no-fly zone, now we got this Mr. Dream. So now you start seeing, if we're able to stack all of these, what your defense could really be on. And I'm only going over defense right now because that's what's been lacking, in my opinion. The reason why you're able to run these, one-play bombs and these little glitch plays and run the same play over and over and over again is because defense has been trash. When in actuality, defense is the reason why the NFL is super hard. These guys are picking up on plays instantaneously. You would think, like, played against Luke Kuechly, you would think that he was at our practices, dude. Like, legit. These guys are super intelligent, probably faster than you, probably stronger than you, probably more athletic than you. And yeah, we have the advantage on offense of knowing where we're going, but when you got dudes, real All-American Heisman candidates and baseball players, basketball players, like super athletes, and they're on defense, then they just get the free reign and just make plays, it makes it very hard. So as we get going, when we start this gameplay and I start playing games, I'm a defensive guy first, even though I play offense in real life. I like seeing my defense biting, locking shit down. And I grew up in an era, like, my favorite team growing up was the University of Miami. Sean Taylor, Ed Reed, Santana Moss, Devin Hester, like, that whole era, I'm on that. So them boys is, like, I love defense. So seeing this makes my heart smile a little bit and gets me more confident in what Madden is trying to do. So, as you can see, increased knockout chances. We all know how Madden is with these knockouts. There was, I want to say Madden 22, maybe, or maybe 23. If you had 2 or 3 knockouts on the field, I mean, your defense pretty much locked down. You couldn't throw the ball anywhere. You had corner, and a linebacker, and then you use her the rest. You can't throw the ball. You can't do anything. And it's damn near scary because it's like you got a possession catch everything or the ball coming out. So this is telling me, just like the last one, that these knockouts are going to be a little bit more improved because they did tone them down last year. Them boys was catching everything over the middle, hit stick or not. So you guys see the first two, 10 yards and then 20 yards. Then the lock tier, increase knockout chances on passes 20 yards and beyond. So that's the rest of the field. My only question is, when you get these lock tiers, are all of them active? Because if that's the case, boy, you can only imagine. And look, get 2 interceptions in a game 2 times. I mean, that happens almost every week. So I feel like these are going to be fairly easy to achieve. Then the last one, I guess they're calling this the platinum. Increase interception chance for all defenders. So it's looking like the defense is going to be piped up. It's looking like the defense is really going to be on that. They really going to be living like that. But like I always say, time will tell. Can't get too excited. Coach always used to say, can't be too high, can't be too low. You got to be right there in the middle. That's where I'm at with this game right now. So start getting your brain wrapped around how you're going to strategize week to week. What is your base game plan going to look like? What's your heavy, pass defense going to look like? What's your heavy run defense going to look like? Now they're adding another element of preparation before the game, which is a huge plus. So as we keep talking in this defensive meeting, we in a meeting right now, if y'all ain't know. As we keep talking about this, my brain is swirling as far as, what the possibilities could be. Can we stack all these together? Will they actually matter? Will the gameplay be good enough to, handle all this? All those questions arise, but on the surface of what we have so far, it looks like a great addition to franchise. Just off of that, I think we're starting off the year right. There will be gameplay bugs and all that, but initially, I think we'll be in a good spot. And like they said, this has been the biggest overhaul in the last 10 years. So, yeah, I would say they probably got I'll give EA like a cell out of 10. Hey, you talking about? Probably I'm gonna give them a cell. That'll be straight. Hey, you talking about? Now let's go over this loadout screen real quick. I think it's pretty cool. You have 6 different slots. So I wonder, like I was saying before, if you can go, 6 straight offensive slots or 6 straight defensive slots. That's something we'll find out when we get on the game. And then over to your right here, KC versus Minnesota as far as the overalls, and it's updating in real time. So I think that's a pretty cool detail. And then with the tiers, they have the player development, which is huge. Especially, you got 75 overall hidden rookie, and you can get up to 20% increase. Like, now he's upgrading at an extremely fast clip. So I think that'll be a super important ability that everybody will kind of hone into and make sure they have each week. Yeah, but overall, man, from what we just went over, and that was just the defensive side, it's looking like the game will be better, or at least start off in a better spot. But man, I'm definitely gonna make a part 2 to that gameplay, game logic video. If you didn't see it, go check it out. It's on my channel. It all comes down to gameplay. It's crazy how simple it is. If the game plays well, the game will do well. If the game plays like it has the past few years, then the community is going to be mad. It's real simple. And my biggest thing is the logic. It's not even like the movement and stuff. That's petty to me. That's little stuff. But the actual game logic, like we literally call it a post safety. It's middle field closed. Middle field open will be too high because that middle field is open. Middle field closed because that post safety is there. If a post safety is there and a post run across his face, I'm probably gonna break something. Just let you know now. But yeah, as it's getting closer, man, I'm getting more and more excited just to get on the game, just to see what it's really about. We won't know, until people start releasing their own little gameplays, but ultimately, you won't know until you play the game. And don't be, adapting to other people's opinions. You create your own. Just because you watch Ryan Moody or Ray Weather or any of these guys, that doesn't mean that's what you have to think, right? You have to create your own opinion. People, it's like, oh, Madden sucks already. Like, bro, you didn't even play it. You didn't go out there. They didn't send you no plane ticket. They didn't do none of that. Some of them boys got flued out to play the game and voice their opinion. And it's still not even their opinion for real, because we know. Once you see that brought to you by EA, we already know what time it is. And no, they're not bots or nothing, but politically correct. You have to be, because you're getting that paycheck. They're paying you. So what you gonna do? Well, no, the game's sorry. You need to, no. They're giving you a nice little check. So yeah, of course, there's nothing wrong with the game. I'm excited, I'm gonna do the same thing, duh. But EA's not paying me. They have paid me in the past. But right now, to talk about the game, I'm just doing this for a different perspective for you guys. As we grow together, you'll kind of understand more and more football as far as, through our lenses. I know you guys I know a lot of you guys are fans of the game and everything like that. So, like I said before, if I can mesh the two worlds, in real life football and the gaming world football, I'm doing my job. But yeah, that's all I got for today, folks. Leave a like, comment which side of the ball you think is gonna dominate this year. Offense with all the little new plays, or defense with all these new abilities. And we didn't even go over offense abilities. If you think I should make a video on offense abilities, just hit me up in the comments too, man. Check out my last video as well. Stay up to date. Join that Discord. And yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Always, always stay dangerous.